Hi, so we're going to disassemble this laptop. As you can see here, this is a DELL laptop. This is the model of the laptop, as you can see here. So DELL Inspiron 14Z-5423. So we're going to disassemble this laptop. Of course, this is a DELL laptop, but by understanding the process, you can disassemble, clean any laptop. Okay, so let's get started. So this is the laptop, as you can see here. Okay, so this is the keyboard. The first thing is to check the laptop, the whole laptop. As you can see, this is a laptop with Core i7, as you can see, i7 processor. Okay, of course the operating system is Windows 7, but this laptop can support also Windows 10. Okay, so this is the touchpad. Here we have the keyboard. This is the power switch. Okay, so the first thing is to visually inspect the whole laptop, as you can see. So here we have the screws over here, as you can see. Under this door we have the RAM. Okay, so in this laptop the battery is integrated in the laptop. Okay, we don't have here battery. Okay, so here, as you can see, this is the ODD or optical disk drive. Okay, here we have connector, as you can see. Also here we have other connectors. Okay, this is the power jack. So now we will remove this, as you can see. So of course I will use this screwdriver. Okay, as you can see. So let's see the other side. So always you should differentiate between this rubber. So here we have a big one and the small one. Okay, or a long one and the short one. Okay, okay, now as you can see, we remove the rubber, as you can see here, as you can see. Okay, now we have the screw here, as you can see. Now I will remove the screws using the screwdriver. So now it's okay with the screws, as you can see here. Now also it's okay with this three screw. Okay, so I will show you a trick. So when you loosen the screws, if you want, you can just make a tape here. Okay, and let the screw in its place without removing it. Just make a tape here, also a tape. Okay, here also a tape, and let the screw in its place. Okay, so this is the example here. Of course we have a tape. I can just make like this, as you can see. And for this, for example, make the other tape, as you can see. Now the screw is in its place without removing it. Okay, so now as you can see, I will remove this screw here. This door is for the RAM, the random access memory. So I can just open this, as you can see. Okay, then I can remove this door or open it, as you can see. So here we have the random access memory, as you can see. So I can remove the RAMs or just keep it in its slot until I finish the disassemble of the laptop. then I will clean all these RAMs, okay, as you can see. So now we remove the door. Always you should check this place. As you can see, when you remove the door, as you can see, you should check this place, okay. So here, the screw here is the same screw that exists in the door, as you can see. So this is for the ODD, as you can see. Now we can remove the optical disk drive because the screw is removed, as you can see. So this screw is this, as you can see. So we can just push this part, as you can see here, as you can see, and the ODD is now ready to move, as you can see. Now we remove the optical disk drive, as you can see. We remove it. This is the part that is connected here, okay. So now let's go to the front side of the laptop. As you can see, this is the front side of the laptop where we have the keyboard and the touchpad. We should now remove the touchpad, as you can see. So if you focus here, as you can see, we have here lockers, as you can see. This is a lockers using, of course, a screwdriver in the shape. You can just insert it here, as you can see, as you can see. And also in the side, insert it here and unlock this part, as you can see. Do you see? Now it is unlocked. Okay. This also. As you can see. Now all this part, as you can see, are unlocked. Now I can just take the keyboard here on this side and also unlock this. Now we can remove the keyboard, as you can see. So here you should pay attention to this connector here, okay. So we have this part. We should open this part, as you can see. Now this part is opened. Then remove the nap or the connector. Then here, as you can see, we have other screws that we should remove. We have here one screw, we have here another, okay. So we should remove these screws, okay. In the keyboard slot, okay. Now, as you can see, we should go ahead and remove these connectors, as you can see, okay. So to remove these connectors, you should just open this part, as you can see, okay, and then take this blue part, as you can see. The same for this, just open this, okay, as you can see, okay. For this also, as you can see, it's open and remove the connector. So for this, as you can see also, now we remove all connectors here. So now we should remove all this part, as you can see. In order to access to the motherboard, we should open the laptop here, as you can see. We should separate between this part and this part. You cannot do this using the screwdriver or a metal. So always you should take a rubber like this, for example, okay, as you can see. So this is a tin, plastic or rubber that you can insert in the laptop here and then open this part. Okay, as you can see, you can just insert it, as you can see. Okay, as you can see here, you see, I insert it, and as you can see, I can open the laptop without any problem, as you can see. You see, the laptop now is opened because we use this, because of this rubber. Okay. Here, these two connectors are for the touchpad, and this connector is for the LED. Okay. So now, as you can see here, we get to the motherboard. So this is the motherboard, as you can see. This is the fan. Okay, this is the HDD or the hard disk drive, and here, as you can see, this is the battery. So this is the battery. So to remove the battery, we should open some screws, as you can see, like this screw. So let's remove the battery. So here we have the battery. So now I can remove the battery. Okay, as you see, this is the battery connector here. So now I remove the battery, as you can see. Okay, so after removing the battery, we can now go ahead and remove the HDD by removing these screws, as you can see. Okay. So let's remove the HDD or the hard disk drive. I can remove the hard disk drive easily. So this is the hard disk drive, as you can see. Okay. So this is a SATA hard disk drive. Okay, this is a serial ATA hard disk drive. So here, this is the connector of hard disk drive. This is the battery connector, as you can see. Now we can remove the motherboard. Always in the motherboard, you should remove the screws that is marked with a triangle like this, or with a mark. Okay. So let's first remove this wires. This is for the Wi-Fi. Okay, as you can see, and remove this connector. This is for the screen. This is the screen connector. Okay. So after removing all these screws of the motherboard, we can now remove the motherboard, as you can see. Okay, now I can remove the motherboard, as you can see. But here we have another thing here. Okay, so here we have this connector for the battery, as you can see. For the CMOS battery, we can just remove it. So we have the CMOS battery here. Okay, and also let's remove this connector. This connector is for this part, the USB part. Here we have the USB part and the audio connector. Okay. Now, as you can see, we remove all the components of the laptop. Now the laptop is empty. Okay. So here we have the motherboard, as you can see. Okay. Here we have the motherboard. Okay. So as you can see, this is the fan of the motherboard here. So here we have the CPU, okay, or the processor. This is the GMCH and the graphic card, and here we have the ICH or the storage bridge. This is the RAM or random access memory, as you can see. Okay, here we have many components like this. This is inductors, so this is chemical capacitor or polarized capacitor. Here this is IC, we have ICs here, and this is MOSFETs, as you can see. Here we have connectors. This is USB connector, HDMI connector. Here this IC is for the RG45 connector. Okay, so here this is the power jack, as you can see here. So in the other side, as you see, we have other component. Okay, we have this connectors, we have IC, this is another IC. Okay, so this is the power jack circuit. So this is the super I/O, as you can see here. We have the super I/O, and of course this card is for the Wi-Fi, as you can see here. WLAN, wireless LAN, as you can see. So now once you remove all the components here in the laptop, so we can just clean this part, okay, using the air pressure, for example. So now let's assemble the laptop. Okay, so we will put back all the laptop component and accessories. So let's get started. Okay, so now we will install first the motherboard. So as you can see here, this is the motherboard fan, and here, as you can see, this is the fan place, and here we have connector, here we have connector. So as you can see, this is the way that we will install the motherboard. But first, as you can see, we should connect here, as you can see, the CMOS battery. Now we connect the CMOS battery. So let's connect this connector here, as you can see. So we connect this connector, and we connect also the CMOS connector, CMOS battery connector. Now let's align the motherboard to this hole, as you can see. So as you can see here, it's okay. So here we have the screen connector. Let's connect it in each place, as you can see. Good. Also this for the Wi-Fi. Okay, okay, as you see here we have the black wire, as you can see. Okay, here we have the black wire, as you see. You have this triangle, black triangle means here the black wire should be here, and here we have the white triangle, means the white color should be here, or the white wire should be here. Okay, so we connect right now the wireless LAN connectors, we connect the CMOS battery, we connect this, as you can see, this cable for the USB and audio connector. Okay, so now let's put here a screw. Okay, why here? Because as you can see here we have this triangle, means we have to put a screw here, but here no, we don't have any triangle here. Here should be empty. You know why? Because we should first install this cover and then put back these screws, as you can see. Okay, so let's check. So the motherboard now is connected. We have here these connectors, it's okay. We have this connector, so good. We can even install, as you can see, the optical disk drive first. So let's install it. As you can see here, we have this part here should be aligned to this part here. Okay, so let's install the optical disk drive, as you can see. Good. And then let's connect the hard disk drive. As you can see, the connector here should be aligned to the connector here, and you should just push it like this. Okay, so here we should not put any screw here until we put back this cover. Okay, So now let's install back. Let's put back the battery, as you can see here. So here we have the, as you can see here, the battery connector should be connected to this. So let's align the battery connector and push it. As you can see, now the battery is aligned correctly. The same thing also, this should be empty. We should not put any screw here until we install this cover. Okay, now the battery is okay. So let's put back, as you can see, these two screws, as you can see. So this is the first screw. Okay, and this is the second. Okay, now the battery is connected. Okay, all these components are good. So now let's place this cover, as you can see. Okay, so we should align the cover. Okay, and then press it. Okay, then as you can see, we will put back the screws 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so the last one. So it's okay with screws. Now we will put back this connector, as you can see. So the same working principle. We should first, as you can see, open this black part and then insert or install the connector, align it to its slot and then press this locker, as you can see. The same for this. Okay, we should first, as you can see, open this. Okay, and then align the connector, as you can see. Okay, until this black line, as you can see, is aligned. Okay, so the same for this. So always you should open this. Okay, and then install the connector, as you can see. So it's pretty easy. And then press this. Okay, so the same for this also. This is for the power button here. So let's open this part and align the connector, as you can see, and then lock it. So now we install the screws and we install all connectors, as you can see. Now we will install the keyboard. So first you should not install the keyboard until you connect its connector. The same, let's lock this part, as you can see, and then install the keyboard connector and then lock it, as you can see. Okay, so let's align the keyboard, as you can see here. As you can see, we have this part here. We should align it, as you see, to this hole here. So let's align it and then just press, as you can see. Okay, so the keyboard it's locked. Okay, so the laptop now is installed. So now let's go to the back side of the laptop. As you can see, here, as you can see, this is the, as you can see, the optical disk drive. So now we should install this door. Okay, this door will cover the random access memory and will lock the optical disk drive, as you see here. So as you see, you have these two parts here, should be entered here, and then press the door like this, and then screw the screw. Okay, so good. So now let's put back these screws. As you can see, these 7 screws. Okay, so now we have installed all screws. So let's put back these rubbers in their places. So now the laptop is assembled, as you can see.